Today I'm excited. We're at the Kitchenette, a brand new eatery that's opening up on the east side of St. Cloud. Today is their opening day, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic breakfast. Let's eat.
We're Chad and Lisa. We travel and we eat. We share our tasting experiences with you. One bite, one sip, one story at a time.
Later we'll be joined by Maddie Waseka, owner of the Kitchenette, for a little sit-down conversation. For my meal today, I ended up getting the Dixie Benedict. It features a Dixie sausage, which is locally made, English muffin, egg, caramelized onions, hollandaise sauce. Comes with a breakfast salad, which is citrusy. It's got pickled onions in there, carrots, and lettuce. Though I'm sure you want me to dip into the eggs right away, I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit of salad first. It's a light flavor. There's nice citrusy, opens things up a little bit. Moving on to tasting the Benedict, breaking through. It's hard to see from this angle, but there's some good amount of drip in the egg. First bite. The hollandaise is buttery. It's not overly salty like some hollandaises can be. Very nice, and it's a soft creaminess to it. The egg is light and fluffy. The sausage has a great break to it. It has a good low fat content. You can taste there's real meat in there and has good seasoning to it. From what I understand, most of the things here are locally sourced. So there are a lot of people that go into making this food. It is a scratch kitchen. They get their sausage from a local meat market. I can't wait to hear the story a little bit later from Maddie and see what she has to say about that. There's two things I'd like to highlight from this meal that generally don't come when you end up having a Benedict. Is that the salad. It's so rare that you get a breakfast salad with a meal, at least in this neck of the woods. It is wonderful. It's a great way to freshen up and just sort of loosen up the citrus. Gives it a chance to, it's a freshness, it's a lightness. It gives you a more open sense to accept the flavors. And the flavor I want to talk about here specifically is this custom-made Dixie sausage, which, as I've had some more of it, I've realized that there's a pepperiness that is hitting the top of my palate, which is not overly dominant, not like overbearingly so, but is certainly a good, strong foundation on which the flavor has developed over time. You know, it's one thing to stick something in your mouth and to experience it first off, but flavors develop and they grow within your mouth as you're trying something farther and farther. You're experiencing more of it. And I really needed to point out that this sausage is really, it is a equal star to the hollandaise, which gives it the hollandaise has the butteriness, the pepperiness comes from the sausage, and the egg and everything else. This is really quite yummy, quite yummy. So we had a chance to sit down and talk to Maddie here, who is the owner and creator of this fabulous establishment. I have a question for you. My question is that this appears to be a passion project for you, because I looked at that menu and that is really fabulous. Can you expound on that and give me a little bit of flavor for what your vision is here?
Yeah, so I come from a very fine dining background, and basically when I got into business and bought my dad's restaurant, I was kind of limited to doing a typical diner menu. With this concept, I came to the fact that I wanted to do something that's more my passion, which is food and flavor and things like that. But also at the same time, I wanted to get out of the kitchen a little bit, and I wanted to run restaurants, not really work in the kitchen as much. So I hired a chef. His name is Brandon Lanto. He put together a lot of the different flavors that you see on the menu. And just like my other space, we kind of take breakfast and expand on it, use different scratch-made flavors, and don't just do the traditional. So our goal here was to be something a little bit more unique and finer dining, a little bit scratch-made on the menu. All of our sausages are locally sourced. A lot of our ingredients are either heirloom or locally sourced as well. So we wanted to be something a little fresher and lighter than what I typically do on a day-to-day basis with hash browns and slinging diner food. So that was the goal.
You can definitely name drop that other restaurant too, if you'd like.
The Copper Kitchen. Yeah, that's why I named it the Kitchenette. It's just a smaller version of what I already do with a different theme and a different goal. It's very interesting actually. So for the longest time, I mean, I grew up in this restaurant. I put in 18 years at Copper Lantern and now 3 years as the Copper Kitchen. I didn't actually know this until, I was maybe 15 when I found out, but both sides of my family have also owned restaurants. So like my mother's parents owned a supper club up near Perham, and then my dad, his parents opened the Country Kitchen in 1965. They ran that until 1980 when my dad took over, and then I purchased in 2022. So I'm from two sides of breakfast and third generation at the Copper Kitchen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a legacy. And there are very few families that will go that many generations in and continue to work in the same industry. So
60 years in that same location, all Wasekas. I think that a lot of the principle of this restaurant, so obviously we're starting as breakfast, and the whole point of that is to kind of solidify operations and have something that supports the fun that we want to do later in the afternoon. So the goal of this restaurant is basically to be a gastronomic hotspot. So we want to do everything and anything we can to create fun dining experiences. Our menus are just pieces of paper, and we're planning on printing our menus whenever we feel like it. We get new ingredients in, like we're featuring fall ingredients right now. We're doing kind of the concept of head to tail, like utilization of product. So like for things from using everything all the way down to the bones to make our own stocks. Our own sauces are all scratch made. Like we have pumpkin cinnamon rolls that feature a fall theme with espresso frosting, because I had to test a lot of espresso. People can come in and try new and different things every day they want, because it's not always going to be the same. But my goal is to bring some of that Minneapolis like energy and food scene down to St. Cloud and attract chefs and people that want a different dining experience. So that was kind of the goal, is to be like a little piece of the Minneapolis food culture that we don't have in St. Cloud.